So actually, we as a consumer, we don't
Are you
really know
aware
about
of the
it.
average fee per unit?
All of you are kings and queens in your own home with your own throne that you can sit up and decide and let the business continue to woo you.
Welcome to another episode of Consumer Voice. This is the in-house program of the Consumer Protection Council, CPC, that tells you all about your rights as a consumer and what to do whenever you feel they have been breached. Most financial institutions, in a bid to maximize profit, come up with products and services. As a result, they charge the consumers certain fees that represent the services they've offered. Hence, bank charges are legitimate fees levied on an account by a financial institution. Today's topic, bank charges, what the consumer needs to know, promises to be enlightening. To discuss this, we have an expert from the Consumer Protection Council. You can expect to learn about the legitimacy or otherwise of bank charges, how to reclaim unfair bank charges, and the role of the Consumer Protection Council. Still on the program are our usual segments. But first, we'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll go straight to our discussion segment with my colleague, Emma Ojugo. Stay with us.
I saw an SMS that debited me 100 naira for ATM maintenance charge. Well, I was not happy when I saw it. So sometimes you see SMS charge, different types of charges on your debiting your account. These policies should be made that will guide against all these kind of charges.
The issue of bank charges, I think, is a complaint about bank charges, is a general issue. Which is being faced by the public, so it is not an issue of individual. And like some of my colleagues in office sometimes complained about improper bank charges. They went to their bank, and I overheard that probably the management wasn't aware of the charges. But I think as a regulatory body, there should be general awareness whereby people need to know their rights, and to make complaint as at when due, and the right channels to take in making such a complaint.
I think the one thing I can say about bank charges is that they need to make it a bit more clearer as to how they charge and why it is they charge and when they charge, because most times a lot of people don't get alerts to say so our amount has left the account. It's only when they're going through the accounts they now see that you have deductions and other things. Because I think like most times when you change your phone number and stuff, you don't later go to the bank to update that. So you might end up not getting the alerts you're required to get. But I think if they can make it a bit more clearer for people as to why and what they are charging for, I think that will help a lot of things.
Well, sometimes I get some alerts on my phone that I've been charged, and sometimes I get some alerts that have been credited. So, but I don't have time to, verify or have confirmation about the charges. I was just thinking it's part of their system of banking system. So, I don't really know what is happening, but they charge me. They do charge me most times.
I think bank should give a proper description or better information about how and what they are taking your money for. I think that's a good idea of how people will understand better, and I think there should be a way they make these charges comfortable for the consumers.
Welcome to the discussion segment. Today, we're discussing bank charges and what you as a consumer should know. And with me in the studio is Mr. Akin Ojo, a chartered accountant and assistant director here in the CPC. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you, with top player.
Okay, so basically, bank charges include a wide range of charges, of fees charged consumers of banking services. Are they legal, and can you give us a brief idea of some of these charges available in Nigeria here?
Yeah, basically, bank charges by banks are legal charges, and there are so many of them. But at times, customer does not know how to differentiate between one charges or the other. And for charges that exist in the bank, we could talk about COT, which they call commission on turnover. And commission on turnover is dependent on your volume of transaction with the bank on daily, monthly, weekly, or yearly basis. We have what they call transfer charge. It's like when you are transferring money from bank A to bank B, the bank decides to charge you a fee for that. Those are part of bank charges we have. We equally have ATM withdrawal charges. When you withdraw from your ATM, prior to this time, we used to have, if you withdraw from other ATM, they charge you maybe a fee for 100 naira. But CBN said no, it's going to be 65 naira. And it is going to be after 3 withdrawal from an ATM that is different from your bank. Bank charge you a fee, which is equally a bank charges. We equally have excess withdrawal charge. For example, if in the bank you are entitled to withdraw a limit of 150,000 naira using your ATM. So if you are coming into a banking hall to take a 20,000 naira now, probably for the bank to discourage crowd in the banking hall, they may charge you fee for taking below what you are supposed to have used your ATM coming to the banking hall. They can charge you that kind of a fee. Then another one, when you apply for ATM in your bank, that ATM is all free, bank will charge you. And along the line, if you lost that same ATM card and you are asking for a reissue, your bank is equally legally bound to charge you a reissue maintenance, a reissue fee for issue you a brand new ATM card. Then another charge we have presently is when you ask a bank to print your bank statement, and you need a printout, unlike when they send it to you online, bank can equally charge you fees based on the number of pages you want to print out. And above all these charges themselves, they are subject to value-added tax. Okay. So for every service they charge you, they will equally charge you value-added tax that is meant to be transferred to federal inland revenue as a federal government tax. Those are some of the charges we have that exist in our banks today.
Okay. So from your vantage position as the CPC, can you highlight some of the consumer complaints received in relation to bank charges?
Most time, customer complaint has to do with hidden charge. Most time you hear people talking about hidden charge. But for me, there's nothing like hidden charge, because those charges, they will eventually appear on the face of your bank account or bank statement when you print those statements out. But the right name for some of those charges, they are unauthorized charges. Most time, bank go beyond their profit to charge customers some of these 15 naira, 10 naira, 100 naira. Then some bank, they charge what they call account maintenance fee. And you ask yourself, how do you maintain account? When you charge me COT, when I do transaction on my account, when I do excess withdrawal, you charge me, then you say you are maintaining my account. Those are the kind of charges that customer do complain of.
From your explanation, bank charges are approved, mostly allowed by law and approved by the CBN. So why is it possible for banks to shortchange consumers in this aspect? You know, recently we have consumers of a certain bank receiving text messages for the withdrawal of 100 naira for ATM maintenance. So how is it possible? Why is this bank doing that?
Yeah, when it comes to some of these sharp practices, it's not limited to banks. It's like federal government is talking about selling for 86 naira. People are still buying 120. Go to talk about GSM operators. They take money from your account. You wake up morning, you see 15 naira deduction. So sharp practices does not limit. It's not limited